Welcome to Silver Lake Provincial Park. In this video, I'll be sharing our camping experience here and letting you know our overall thoughts and giving you a quick tour of this pretty park. Silver Lake Provincial Park is a small park located in Maberly, Ontario, just over 3 hours northeast of Toronto, an hour north of Kingston, and an hour southwest of Ottawa. The park offers an amazing beach for swimming, and the lake is also great for fishing, canoeing, and motorized boats are allowed as well. This park is very walkable since it's so small with just over 100 campsites, one trail, and a small day use area. We stayed for 2 nights and that was plenty of time to explore this park. The registration office is right at the entrance to the park, but there really isn't any designated trailer parking, so it can get crowded if multiple trailers arrive at the same time. Luckily for us, we were the only trailer when we arrived and had no problem finding somewhere to park. We made it to Silver Lake Provincial Park, and just as we got here, it started to pour rain. So we went, checked in, and got to the water station so Alan could fill with water. And a good surprise here is that it does have a threaded hose, so he was able to attach our water filter. And now we're gonna go to our site number 1, and set up kind of in the rain. I hope it's not a giant mud puddle. This is going to be a very tricky back-in situation. Alan just had to do a bit of a 3-point turn because our site is right at the bottom and then it goes up a very steep hill like immediately, so he had to do a different approach. Now we're gonna park the trailer. That was hard, but Alan did it in one swoop. Now we just have to see if we're level. We do need to use our Anderson leveler and we're gonna put it on the driver's side. So Alan's gonna reverse now. Well, it's never fun setting up in the rain, but I think we're doing a pretty okay job of it right now, and it's kind of keeping the mosquitoes at bay as well, except for Alan because he always gets bit by mosquitoes. But look at how close we are to the comfort station. Now I need to tidy. Since we started camping last year, I've gotten a better process for setting up inside the trailer. Alan does all the outside work while I get the inside ready, so it goes pretty quickly. It's pretty toasty in here now. It says it's 74.3, so I'm definitely going to turn on the AC or fan to cool it down, but I am all set up. And if you want to see a full inside camper tour, I've linked the video here. For dinner tonight, we're doing things a little bit different, and I'm gonna start by making a spider dog. Time for part 2. Alan used 2 slices of bread filled with hot dog, cheese, and onions, and I used tortillas for mine. Then we put the pie irons in the fire and waited impatiently for dinner to be ready. This is probably gonna be so hot. What are we gonna call them? Hot dog sandwiches?
Hot dog sandwiches, 10 out of 10.
Hot dog campfire sandwiches are 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
After our successful experimental dinner, we're now sitting here enjoying the fire. We're gonna call it a night soon, and we'll see you tomorrow. The next day, we headed down to the boat launch area to get our kayaks out on the water. We thought we would come to the creek over here because it looked like there was an access point on the map, but now that we're here, it looks like it should not be passed. There's lots of lily pads and different sort of like vegetation, so we just came to take a look and now we're gonna head back, maybe go to the island. Silver Lake also has amazing waterfront campgrounds here. However, they are located right next to the highway. So while you do have that peaceful lake atmosphere, it's kind of interrupted by all of the vehicles that are like speeding down the highway and making a lot of noise. So if you do want a waterfront site, you can get it here. They are non-electric, but you do have highway noise. The island is so much further than we thought it was from where we were, and the water conditions are not great today. It's quite strong going in the opposite direction, so we're really fighting to get over there, and I just don't think we're gonna make it today. And now it's time for a park tour. The park store and registration office are right when you drive into this park. Inside you can get souvenirs, a few essential items, and this is where you can also purchase firewood, kindling, ice, and you can rent stand-up paddleboards, kayaks, and canoes. There are approximately 135 sites across 3 campgrounds, Algonquin, Dawson, and Wesley. The majority of these sites are non-electric. A lot of the sites in Wesley and Dawson do have a lot of highway noise. We're walking through Dawson right now, and basically along the perimeter of the park, these sites are right on the highway. Another tip for you when you're trying to select your site here is beware of the double-decker or steep inclines to get to your site. Quite a few sites that we've seen also have had a spot for you to park at the bottom, and then you have to lug all of your gear up or down into the site. There's a centrally located comfort station with washrooms for men and women and showers, plus they have laundry, and this is where you will also find one of the garbage huts where you can go inside to dump your garbage, and outside they have recycling. These comfort stations actually have showers inside the washroom area, so right at the back you'll see 2 showers in the women's, I'm not sure about the men's, and then on the outside there is an accessible shower as well as one more. There were 2 shelves with power bars available for charging devices on the side of the comfort station. And at the back of the comfort station was the outdoor laundry area and 2 more showers. There was also a picnic area by the second smaller beach with open space and a nice treed area, picnic tables, and a covered picnic shelter. The main beach here was large with no shade and a bigger roped-off swimming area. The Algonquin campground were all non-electric sites, and it was quite the steep hill to get into this campground area. Some sites had water views and some overlooked a marsh. Just before Site 121 in Algonquin Campground is access to the Marsh Trail. Lead the way, Alan.
Alright. Seems very well driven.
So far the Marsh Trail has been pretty easy. There's a nice boardwalk area that takes you over the marsh, and then it's like a wood chip manicured little path. The Marsh Trail literally took us about 10 minutes. It was pretty leisurely, mostly across a wood-chipped area trail or a boardwalk, and we almost saw a turtle, but it jumped down before I could get my camera out. The Marsh Trail goes between Algonquin and Wesley campgrounds. We're in Wesley now and going to explore. In about the center of the Wesley campground, you will also find vault toilets for men and women and a garbage and recycling station. Wesley campground also has some electric sites, and if you're looking for a bigger spot because you have a larger trailer, they do offer pull-through spots as well. Right off the main road between Wesley and Dawson campgrounds is where you will find the dump station and water filling stations, and just behind it is a playground. The dump station doesn't have a threaded hose, but the water filling station does. The playground isn't very large. It does have a structure with 2 slides, and there are 4 swings, 2 regular swings, and 2 baby swings. And if you're just here to use the day use area and need to change into your bathing suit, they actually have change rooms here right near the beach. This is a very walkable park. We just walked the entire park in under an hour and a half, and that meant going through all of the campground loops and doing the marsh trail and checking out the day use area as well.
Just 8 minutes outside of the park is a nice little brewery called Kick and Push, and camping isn't complete without a nice cold brew. Cheers!
We decided to enjoy our flights out on the back patio. There are lots of picnic tables and nice shade, so it's the perfect spot to enjoy a flight or a beer. We are enjoying one of everything, except they don't have the stout back until the fall. And just a few minutes down the road, we found a chip hut, so we decided to stop in for a late lunch. The menu here had quite a few options, and they even offered freshly scooped ice cream.
So we have a Quebec-style poutine or poutine? Poutine. And we got some onion rings. Both look amazing and reasonably priced, and the large is almost double the size of this. So if you're really hungry, just for a few bucks more, you can get larges, but that's a lot of food.
Look at the cheese. The beach is quite the popular place today. It has been packed all day long. We are here and it's about 6 o'clock p.m. and it's only just starting to clear out. After the brewery and chip hut, we decided to spend some time at the beach. Alan found a tiny piece of shade and I enjoyed the water. This park definitely had a great beach area, so I can see why it was busy until almost 8 p.m. At the park store, you can rent canoes, kayaks, and stand-up paddle boards, and this is where you pick them up right near the boat launch area at the main beach. Now it's time for my overall thoughts of our stay here at Silver Lake Provincial Park. And on this video, I'm going to start with my likes. What I liked about this park was how easy it was to walk throughout the entire park. We did the entire park in less than an hour and a half, and that meant we went through all of the campground areas, all of the loops, and we even did the trail. I also really liked that this park had 2 beaches. The main beach area had all of the water sports and canoe and kayak rentals and docks for fishing and launching your boat there. And then over on the other side, they had another smaller beach, and that was a little bit more calm, less busy, but still busy while we were here. The lake here is also really beautiful. The water was crystal clear and perfect temperatures for swimming. I also liked that they had a centrally located comfort station, so it was really easy to get to pretty much no matter where you were in the park. And this park was also conveniently located, so if you did need anything, you could easily get to it. There was a general convenience store right outside of the gate, and you were only about 10 minutes away from a town that had a grocery store, some fast food, gas stations, and our favorite, a brewery. And now it's time for what I didn't like about this park. And the first thing that I want to say is the road noise. You can pretty much hear road noise no matter where you are in the entire park. And if you're in one of the sites right along the road, you basically can just see the highway and hear cars all the time. So that's the first thing I didn't like about this park. I also didn't really love the sites here. It seemed like most of them were very open. A lot of them were very uneven as well. So I didn't get the very private camping experience that I really like. I kind of knew that going into it, but just something to be aware of if you're coming here and looking for private sites, there aren't many. Although the facilities were maintained quite well, I didn't like how dated they were, and they got dirty very quickly because of how busy it was down at the beach area, and there's only one main comfort station. Because this park is so small, there really isn't a lot of activities to do here. There's one hiking trail and 2 beaches, so you can do some water activities or walk along that trail, but really aside from that, there aren't many things to do off your campsite. We prefer a park that has a little bit more action, more trails to choose from, and generally just something to keep us busy and active, so this park really wasn't it for us. While we did enjoy our time here, it wasn't geared towards our preferences, so we probably won't come back in the future, but if you are a family and want to get a nice relaxing beach camping experience, this park might be for you. We were able to get out of our site so much easier than when we were arriving and trying to pull in. And then we arrived at the dumping station and we were the first ones there. We didn't have to wait for anyone in line, and one person showed up behind us. It's about 11 o'clock on a Sunday, so I'm not sure if that's helpful, but it was a very smooth experience. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing around Silver Lake Provincial Park and that this video could be helpful for you if you're planning your own trip here in the future. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more camping and travel videos coming soon.